I've been playing Marvel Strike Force for 1,374 days, and in this video, we're gonna look at my biggest wins, my biggest losses, and everything I've done over the past month. We do this every month with my brother, MobileGamer. How have you been, my friend?
We're gonna go see the UFC fight, and we're gonna be making videos. We're gonna have a blast. I'm pretty hyped to see you.
We party time, baby. It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
All right. But before all that fun, let's take a look at my roster. I know people are wondering what I have done over the past month. That was the wrong button. This is the right button.
Eternals.
16 million power. Eternals are here. They're all over the place. No new Warrior MVPs. But yeah, better with the arena rankings. That's what the Eternals have done for me. Hanging with the Infinity Watch. I was hanging in that 20 to 50 spots most of the time. Once in a while, cracking that top 20. With Eternals, top 10 every single finish. Well, mostly every finish. How has the Eternals affected you and your arena ranking and what you're doing in Marvel Strike Force right now?
I don't fall out of the top 20, but you know, when I was running Infinity Watch, I could drop pretty far overnight. And then also, you know, if IKARIS gets a kill on his first attack and he double taps, the match could be 15 seconds long or really short. I mean, you can, you know, he can blow up Doom, you know what I mean, with that double tap, you know what I mean? And then it's like, wow, this fight's over.
I gotta say, there's a lot of similarities between Black Order versus Black Order, Infinity Watch, and then the Eternals versus Eternals. But the difference, these matches take 15 to 30 seconds instead of those 5-minute matches. So I like it better. I like the Eternals a lot better.
I have 3 different teams that I use. I have an offense team, I have a defensive team, and then I have a team. Then I also use Infinity Watch because sometimes people get really cute and creative on defense, and they'll put like Cable and Emma and Loki with the Eternals, right? And it's like, well, Infinity Watch walks over that. Why would I even want to try to do a mirror match when I could just use Infinity Watch to beat their team? You know, because when they start, like, you have a proper.
Well, let's go to some of these defenses
those are
right
proper
here.
Teams right there.
Infinity Watch will smash all of these. I mean, not Infinity. Eternals will smash all of these. But you get like what I have built offensively. If I put that on defense, Infinity Watch is just gonna smash it very easily.
So like the rank number 5 team, I believe Infinity Watch would do much better against that than trying to figure out a mirror match. It's just that simple. Anybody that's running Loki on defense, you can run Infinity Watch, but like that, you know. So anyways, it's interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think I like it better, but yeah, we'll see once we see what Scopely's doing. If we're gonna get more Eternals, is this the arena meta? Are people gonna use other characters than Emma, Loki, and Cable? Or are there other characters gonna fall into the arena? I don't know. But as far as right now, short term, and I always preface this by saying short term, because right now I'm having a lot more fun with the Eternals. Maybe a couple weeks, maybe
it's
that won't be the case.
Offense, and I guess of course, you know, someday we're gonna start seeing Dormammu's, right? Someday, I mean, you know, maybe like. Yeah, there's one.
Well, there's one right now somewhere.
But you know, I don't think anything is holding right now, which is fine, right? We just have a bunch of offensive teams. It's actually completely fine, you know, to have it. I rather have it be these quick, short matches rather than a 3-minute long match. And someone said to me the other day, it's like, well, yeah, I actually hate playing against Infinity Watch more than Eternals because the match just takes longer. I'm like, oh wow. So some people would say, well, maybe Eternals would be a deterrent, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
All right, I gotta like the meta though, you know. It's a lot of similar teams, but there's like 3 teams that I need to use on offense based on what the person has on defense. And you know, there's nothing that holds on defense like it was in the past, but at least I'm having to rotate through a few different teams now. So I
mean, it could get stale,
I like it,
but it's better than it was.
It probably will in a few weeks, but yeah, it is better than it was. And even if it does, still 30-second matches versus 5-minute matches. So I'm happy. All right. Obviously, I'm working on my Eternals. Cersei, all maxed out. Arena characters get all their T4s, whether they're good or not. They get all the T4s. So she's got all the T4s. He's gotten all the T4s. Not everything is worth it, but just because they're arena characters, they get all of them.
What? You have a 7 IKARIS and a 6 Cersei? What did you do?
I got really, really lucky. So the kids actually got lucky and opened this one. They got good luck. I don't know what happened. I was opening this on stream in the morning. I opened a 4. I got a 5-star IKARIS. I'm like, oh yes, this is awesome. Like, you know what though? I got all those 6s that I've been saving. So I opened a 6 and I got a 7 for IKARIS. So got really, really lucky for IKARIS.
I got 6-4. So you got sometimes 6-7. That's amazing.
Luck, the luck. It's all luck. I wish I could say it's skill.
I'd rather be lucky than good.
Yeah, it's all luck
at this point, at least in this game.
Well, Red Stars is all about luck. So that's the big factor there. All right, so farming Captain Sam, farming Moon Knight. Those are the only characters that I'm farming right now that have nodes. Omega Red, building him slightly. I do want to use him a little bit more on arena defense.
Because I look at that all the time. Okay, 700 health. Okay.
701, man. I haven't even looked at that. So yeah, level 80, 5-star, 5 red stars. Most of actually all the T4s. I just noticed that. 2-star there. So not getting a lot of use except on war offense, and then I have him on arena defense. I don't know how well like that's
340 against Heroes for Hire yesterday.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Yeah. Omega Red is the savior of this game, in my opinion, because those dirty Heroes for Hire.
Down 2 wars ago, where it was like the reactor throws off some of the mechanics, and it didn't go well.
Of Weapon X.
Yeah, Weapon X a little bit.
No.
Yeah, just a little bit. And I guess it's not. I guess it's a coin flip. I was told later that I could have played it a little differently, but it's still it's interesting to go from a massive punch up to like losing a punch down. And I don't know if that was. I think the reactor stops. Weird. Omega Red goes and he does his special right, and then he gives the team speed up. I guess the reactor throws that off. Obviously, they're not going to get speed up, and then also you can't do just little things like that.
Gotcha. So yeah, I don't like that. I want them to always punch up. But anyway, they're doing their job. We got a kind of a solution for Heroes for Hire, and I guess when there's more Dormammu's, that's another solution. Have you used your Eternals against the Heroes for Hire?
No,
I've seen some videos
I have
of them
on defense.
The two of them
in war, and I've been catching wins, and that'll probably change. But right now, I feel like the Heroes for Hire problem is solved, and like there's no team that can't be beaten. So I'm trying to put teams that are tricky on defense, and it's not that IKARIS or Cersei are great on defense, but they are. It's just that they're confusing, right? They are. The idea is that when a new character comes to the game, there's a limited window where like nobody knows what they were, who they are, and how they work on defense. And so when you come across them, you're like, your opponent will do one of two things. They'll either overestimate them or they'll underestimate them, right? Rarely will they. The chances of them picking the correct counter and the optimal team to beat them is pretty low. But only in like the first week or two, right? After that, everybody gets it figured out, and then that doesn't happen anymore. So I feel like new characters logically should just be thrown on defense for a couple weeks just to mess with other people.
I like that logic. Have you found that window is shortening now that we have these attacks that we could do often?
Because the being able to practice against your alliance mates and say, hey. Yeah, practice mode. The practice mode's amazing. Like you can literally, try to come up with a strategy and then have your alliance put that strategy on defense, and then you can practice against it. So Eternals are very good. Like I know what team beats them. Like I have a team in mind. You know what I mean? But even in, I think the go-to offensive war teams right now, of course, are going to be Heroes for Hire. Not Heroes for Hire. Mega Red and Friends, and then Infinity Watch, right? And so it's like, okay, so then it's like, fine, those are kind of like catch-all, right? They can kind of do whatever. They're the meta teams. They're the god tier teams, So what's another team that could potentially beat them? And it just depends on the matchup, right? And that's the beauty of IKARIS and Cersei on defense, at least for now. And because you don't know, unless you're going to take in one of those two teams I mentioned, you're rolling the dice. You really are with those teams.
Yeah. So War, it's gotten a little more fun now that we have some solutions to heroes for hire. Most of my building over the past month has been for Doom. We've advanced from Doom 2.0 to 2.1. Where are you guys now? 2.2, 2.3?
Yeah, we've done 100% on 2.3, but we do 60% every day.
Gotcha. So most of my characters that I'm building, other than Cersei and IKARIS, are for the Doom raid. So Captain Sam, been working on him. Been working on Shang-Chi as kind of a replacement for Fury in the skill section there.
He's quite good.
That's what I've heard. I just had all this investment in Fury, and I was like, let's just keep it going. But as we got to 2.1, it got a little harder. I was like, yeah, I think I got to build them up. So Shang-Chi, I'm working on.
Told me that even at 4.4, which you're gonna have a 4.4, right? He's fine at 4.4. I think I'm running a 5.5 or a 4.5, and he is completely fine. Because you upgrade his ISO, of course, to go into Doom, right? Doom 2, and he's fine.
That's the ISO I'm working on right now. He
really is fine. He's probably one of the better characters in the game as far as a standalone character. He does his thing. He's very good.
Okay, that's what I was. And so you're saying I probably don't need to get this 5th red star once I get the gold stars for him, just to make him effective in the raids.
I mean, he could use more, right? I mean, it's fine, but he's better than what other characters are going to use there? Like, he's just better than a lot of the other characters out there. I mean, you could use Gamora and Nebula, right? Because you probably already have them upgraded. Then you got Kestrel and Captain Sam, and then you got Sharon and Maria. Yeah. Well, sometimes it's nice just to have extra characters just in case some of them get blown up. And Shang-Chi just is. I just did it a couple weeks ago, and I think he's fantastic in the raids.
Yeah, I've been hearing good things about him in the raids. So building him up. Also working on Lady Deathstrike as well for the tech section. The tech is kind of a pain. Not much has changed as far as
Lady Deathstrike actually plays pretty well with Nebula, believe it or not. To me, I just as far as Lady Deathstrike can put a lot of defensive downs, like especially if you have Stryker on Lady Deathstrike and then you have Nebula. Sometimes you'll just get a free defense down, which you need with Kestrel, right? So Lady Deathstrike is kind of fun. Yeah. I'm not sure. Like she seems better than like Minerva. She seems better than who else do you use there? Ghost.
I still got to use all of those. I still got to use all of those. I still use Ghost. I still use Shuri. I still use Minerva. I still use Nebula. I still use all of them in a rotation. And then the solid ones are still the ones that are solid. Kestrel, Shuri
and
for
Doom. The defense up,
and then the rest of them
those
rotate.
Are all kind of garbagey characters. I mean, there's so much heal block that Minerva's not that useful. Lady Deathstrike seems she's pretty good. I'm happy with her. And I think I have low red stars on her too. I think I've got a 4.5 or a 5.5 now. Not good, anyways.
Yeah, the Shuri thing, you don't even need to build her because I'm bringing her for the defense ups.
Yeah.
She dies. Her basic doesn't do a lot of damage. Yeah. Her special, a lot of times when I want to use the ultimate, they got heal blocks on him, so she can't even use it. So she's there for the defense ups pretty much. That's it.
Her passive gives the deflects. Those are helpful.
Oh, you know what? I don't even notice those. So maybe
I think a character drops below 50%, then they get a deflect, and she's doing that with her passive. It's actually pretty useful.
All right, so yeah, that's my big pains right now: skill and what did you just talk? Tech. Mutants are pretty easy with the Axeman. The symbiotes take care of the bio, and with the Eternals and the new Warriors, that's pretty much autoing Mystics. So the only two sections that are still.
I think you'll really like Shang-Chi for skill. I think, he just helps a ton. He's great.
Yeah, I'd probably bet about another week or so until I get him up there. Still short
really
on some of these
ISO
guy classes
because he's
right there.
Defensive war guy, but he's pretty good.
Well, yeah, he's a hero for hire. It's obvious to hate him, but he has some value in the raid, so that's good. All right, bullet squads. I'll show you my Blitz squads. I did something a little different than I normally do. I switched it up for that Superstar event for the As Seen on TV, and now I have it arranged a little differently for the IKARIS event. So these are all characters with the Eternal Connections trait. I got my middle characters down here. Not too much change as far as my Blitz teams. I did move Phyla back now that we have some Eternals there. But these are all teams that could win at 8.3. As we move down to some of my more trashy teams, where's the cutoff? Right here. So these are teams that don't really win at 8.3 anymore. As Guardians, they were so good at one point. Now they're trash in Blitz. These guys aren't very consistent either. Neither of these guys. Shield is trash. Aim is trash in Blitz. These guys aren't consistent. And hopefully these guys, there's rumors of them getting a rework sometime in 2022. Hopefully they do get some love, because right now there's no use for the young Avengers right now.
2024.
If it happens before then. I mean, we're having a Miss Marvel show next year, right? So maybe that's when we'll get something. All right, and then below Deathpool, these are the characters that have that trait. So Kestrel here, Black Bolt there. Could have combined them into different teams, so I don't have to do as much rotations. But yeah, I guess once the thing is done. So you got the two Eternals there. We have. Is it Doctor Strange? Oh, this is from the last one. I don't think we have anybody in skill. We have a few characters here. Hawkeye, Hulk, Captain America. We have a few of these Weapon X. We have Iron Man here, Cloak and Dagger, and Ant-Man. So that's how I've arranged my Blitz squads here. It's pretty much for the event, but it's good teams, bad teams, and then event teams. But yeah, not much change as far as the overall teams. As far as I did make a few arena teams. These are teams I'm using right now in arena. Infinity Watch, this version of Eternals, and this version of Eternals. So those are my 3 arena teams. War, not much has changed. I'm not really too into War. As your hardcore War Alliance, we're more casual. So a lot of similar teams. Black Order, Symbiotes.
Season.
Oh, we had a really good season last season too. I don't know what went on, but
like 3 in the whole thing, which is that's great. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, craziness. So, yeah, those are my teams. Not too much on War. Most of my teams are most of my focus is on Blitz and raids right now. But that is it. Any thoughts?
Eternals are amazing.
Are we gonna see some better stuff? Yeah. Are we gonna see some better stuff when we go look at your roster? They are. All right. I want to see your Eternals. I want to see your War teams. I want to see what you're doing in Blitz. I want to see all that stuff. We're gonna go check out your roster right now. And guys, if you like this video, if it was fun, if it was entertaining, hit that subscribe button. Join the Valley Club. Hit the thumbs up. Ring the bell. Join the notification squad. I will see you guys next. I will see you guys. Hit it thrice. I will see you guys on MobileGamer channel. We're gonna go over and look at his roster right now. Hog fist bump. ValleyFlyin, MobileGamer out.